Okay, now moving to Trichinella spiralis. The life cycle is completely in a mammalian host. The larvae encest in animal muscle, and that's the infective stage, and then they're ingested. The cysts hatch and mature in the intestinal life. Then the adults reproduce and make new larvae that burrow into the intestine and enter circulation, and those larvae will eventually form cysts in skeletal muscle, and they can remain there for years. You get it from eating undercooked pork or bear meat that is infected, and the larva will migrate from the intestine to the blood vessels, to the muscles, heart, brain, and they'll form cysts there. Now, the first symptoms are flu-like diarrhea. Then you get muscle and joint pain, shortness of breath, and your eosinophil count is pronounced. There's no cure after the larva encyst. The tissue nematodes are going to complete their life cycle in the human blood, the lymphatics, or the skin. This is your filarial worms that are spread by biting arthropods, and it causes filariasis. It's a chronic deforming disease that's responsible for elephantiasis, river blindness, and the guinea worm that you may have heard about that affects people that live in Central Africa and India and the Middle East. Now, the Wuchereria bancrofti is spread by mosquitoes in the tropical regions, and they deposit larvae and they move to the lymphatics and develop into adults. And they will block lymphatic circulation and cause elephantiasis, which is massive swelling and pronounced edema in your extremities. The trematodes are flatworms that have ovoid leaf-like bodies, and the intermediate hosts are usually snails or fish, and the humans are the definitive host. Blood flukes, the host is a snail. Liver flukes, you see life cycles that are between mammals and snails and fish and aquatic plants, and then lung flukes that cycles between the carnivorous animals and the snails and the crustaceans. So what organism causes elephantiasis? Wuchereria bancrofti.